Can I take your name, please, John?
Dawson. Rose Dawson. So for those of you who have been living under a rock for the past 100 years, Titanic was said to be this unsinkable ship, and on its maiden voyage from England to New York, it sank up in the Arctic because two perverts were watching two young kids make out on the deck. So James Cameron, the driving force behind this motion picture, was fascinated by Titanic. So fascinated, in fact, that he thought he would make a movie that is 90 minutes full of love and then 90 minutes full of heartbreaking tragedy. Frankly, I love this movie because I feel like it was a good depiction of the tragedy. I don't particularly care much for the love story, not to sound like too big a pretentious D-bag, but like, it's just another love story. Whatever. I myself am very interested in Titanic and the fact that it sank. It freaks me out. When you think about like the fates just deciding, oh, you're gonna tempt us? You're gonna tell us that we can't sink this ship? Sunk! Tons of people just disappeared forever, never to be seen or heard from again. I like this movie a lot because it had beautiful sets, not unlike the Titanic herself, equally gorgeous costumes. Culturally, we have our first exposure to Leo as a teen heartthrob, which was definitely a life-changing thing for him. This movie opened up a whole new world of doors for him, and good or bad, we got what we got. I definitely think that this was a great movie for him as a jumping off point, and I know that Jack's character is very powerful, which is why I love him very much. It takes a special kind of person to play a character like that, and I think that Leo definitely excelled in that role. The entire cast was pretty phenomenal. Kathy Bates as Molly Brown is another one of my all-time favorite characters. She's just, because she was just so sassy, and, you know, such a powerful lady, and she was just, like, no woman could play her better than Kathy Bates, I think. I also love the party scene. I feel like it's just super fun. It's just genuinely fun, and it is the last bit of fun they will have on that ship. And they did it well. I would like to go to that party. I would go to that party with them. All I can think of when I watch it is that, you know, things like this do happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like, disasters occur all over the place. And I just really feel like, not to get too heavy, but it's just definitely something that is worth thinking about and remembering. And it's very emotional. And I thought that it was well displayed. Most especially the scene where the man guarding the people, like, killed himself because he was just so stressed out. Like, he knew there was nothing he could do. And that scene makes me cry, probably the hardest of like any scene in the movie, other than when the captain's going down with his ship, because I personally want to die at sea. Or like the scene where the two old men who actually did what Guggenheim and his dude actually did just stay on the ship and just sink, and they had a drink and they were in their best clothes and they died as gentlemen, and I just find that so just poetic. I just think it's a really beautiful movie. It's really just pretty to watch when you take in everything that's not Leonardo DiCaprio's face. Finally, I love the end, because while it is incredibly cheesy and a little too perfect, I just love that she dies in her sleep as an old lady. It's just so heartwarming. And then on top of that, that she gets to see all these people again, and that she goes back to Titanic for her eternal sleep. I think it's very moving, and it's very sweet. Do you trust me?
Near, far, wherever you are.
Andrews. Mr. Andrews, whatever. I was close.